comic. He is Mexican made and American raised. Start putting your hands together for David Lesniewski!
Comedy Castle, how we feeling? All right. As Ronnie said, my name is David Lesniewski. I'm Mexican, if you couldn't tell by that last name. I get it though, like, I don't exactly look like Latino or Mexican. Like, the image for that kind of nowadays is Bad Bunny. And I'm just more like mild rabbit. Dad's Polish, mom's Mexican. That's how you get this. You know, it leaves me kind of ethnically ambiguous, you know, like not a lot of people can tell what I am at first. I get misidentified for a lot of different ethnicities. I get Jewish, I get Muslim, I'll get Asian a lot too. And it used to kind of like get into my head, you know, like people can't see me for me, you know what I mean? But nowadays I kind of just take it more in stride. Like I'm just seen as one of the other beautiful people out in the world. So to my Asian friends, I am Dawei. To my Jewish friends, I am David. To my Arabic friends, I am Dawood. To my Polish family, I am Dawid. And to my Spanish family, I am David. And to the corporate overlords I serve, I am Dave. The ethnic ambiguity didn't help where I grew up. I grew up in this place called Grosse Seal. Anyone know Grosse Seal out here? Woo! Couple people? Yeah. It's a very, very wealthy white neighborhood, for those who don't know Grosse Seal. It's this little tiny island, little tiny dingleberry of an island that sits right between Michigan and Canada. And you know how a wealthy neighborhood would normally be a gated community? This is a bridge community. You have to take a bridge to get on and off the island. And if they find out that you're minority or you're non-binary, you know, not cis or anything like that, they'll just put the bridges up and be like, nope, can't come aboard today, sorry about that. But with my last name, it kind of like gave me a little bit of edge. Like I grew up thinking I did have white privilege for a long time. Like I would speed through the residential areas going 65 and I get pulled over by the cop and he's asked me for license registration. I give it to him and he's looking at it like, Lesniewski. All right, sir, you can be on your way, go right ahead. And I wanna see how far I could take this one time, so after the pandemic, I didn't renew my plates for 2 years. And I think what helped out was that I had put a sticker on my rear view window. I put one of those Punisher skull with the Trump hairdos and the Blue Lives Matter line running through it. So when I would get pulled over, I'd have a cop running up and he'd be like winded, because he's running just like, sir, I just had to tell you, I really appreciate the support. You don't know how difficult it is to be an officer of law nowadays. It really is. You can be on your way. Go right ahead. I am adopted from Mexico, so even though mom's Mexican, the Polish side didn't get over here. Like Ronnie, though, I was drafted just a little bit more in the earlier rounds, that's all. But I'll tell you about this. My adoption was fairly easy. Not like a lot of the immigration stories you hear about, although I did have one hiccup in the last year. I've been here for about 33 years, so no one needs to call ICE on me or anything like that. But I had applied for this job, and as they're doing the background check, they called me and said, hey, we can't verify your citizenship status. And I was like, that's strange, because I have a passport. I've been here for 33 years. And then when I had to go down to Secretary of State, it turns out my folks never checked the box to change from Mexican citizen to US citizen. Like, you remember in high school when you took a test and you're on the front page and you're just blowing through the questions, you're like, oh, this is so easy, I got this. And then after class, you're talking to friends about the exam and you're like, oh, that was such an easy test. And they were like, yeah, what'd you think about the back page? And then you go, the back page? Yeah, but I am a US citizen now, full legit and everything, so that's the good news for me. Thank you. I am Mexican, but I do identify as Latinx. Now, there's a little bit confusion about that. I'm gonna try to clear that up right now. You had to think of being Latino, Latina as a bit of on a spectrum. So on one side, you got your Latinos. You got guys like Danny Trejo, you know, big, muscular, Latino guys, tattoo, mustache, that type of thing. On the other side, you've got the very feminine Latinas like Sofia Vergara, beautiful women like that. I am in the middle. I'm kind of like John Leguizamo and Tu Wong Fu. I've never worn a dress in my life, but I have had my feet in a couple heels a couple times. Hey, I'm just trying to help my girlfriend stretch those heels out. That's all I'm doing. That is all I do. Even though I am from Mexico, a lot of people will assume I can speak Spanish. I do speak it, just not well. I'm more conversational, not fluent. But it's always enough where people want me to do stuff to help them out. Like the other day at work, my coworker came to me. She's like, David, can you talk to this guy, please? He only speaks Spanish. He needs someone to translate for him. I was like, yeah, I got it, no problem. So I'm walking up to this guy, and he's kind of looking at me like, who is this dude that's gonna come up right now? Like he's like, judging me, just like he doesn't look Latino or anything like that. And I get up to him, and he's like, habla español? And I'm honest. I say, un poquito, just a little bit. And then he goes, okay, bro, English, I got you, no problem. And my coworker was like, why didn't he do that for me? And I'm like, you just gotta know just enough. Just enough, that's all it is, folks. The one aspect of Mexican culture where I really did get a lot of education from was the food. My family, we owned a Mexican restaurant. We owned it for 65 years. Thank you. Yeah, you can applaud for that. 65 years, that's a feat. That is a feat. We sold it. But yeah, we owned this restaurant for 65 years. And when I was a little kid, there'd be days that my dad would take me to the restaurant when he'd have to work. And as we'd be driving there, he would ask me, David, what kind of Mexican food do you want today? And I would say, Dad, I really want Taco Bell. And I think we can all kind of agree tonight here at the Comedy Castle that Taco Bell is not food, or Mexican food. It's just not. Like if you want truly culturally appropriated and commercialized Mexican food, you have to go to Chipotle. Because with Chipotle, you have just as good a chance of getting diarrhea there as you do from going to the taco trucks down in Southwest Detroit. That's the truth, folks. That is the truth. And that is my time. Thank you very much. I'm David Lesneski.